Okay. The history of makeup spans over 6,000 years old. History goes back even before biblical times. It also spans over different times of the 19th century into the 20th and the 21st, which is what I'm going to be talking to you about today. Most of us wouldn't think about putting arsenic on our faces or putting leeches on our faces to make our faces appear more pale, just to make it look like we're in a higher social class. Well, this is exactly what some of the people have done in the past history of makeup, just to make themselves appear more desirable by a higher class. Back in biblical times, it's stated in the Old Testament, 2 Kings 9 and 30, where Jezebel actually used makeup and painted her eyelids to appear more desirable. With that, in the book of Esther, and this is all approximately 840 BC, Esther describes various beauty treatments as well as makeup and different cosmetics that were used at this time. In ancient Egypt, kohl and henna roots were used in North America, and in the Middle East, cosmetics were restricted because of the Muslims there believe that when a woman is disguising her real look just to make a man desire her more than he actually would, that it's a sin. So therefore, they restricted makeup in these areas. At the same time, Chinese people began to polish their nails for different reasons, to show a different social class. They would represent gold and silver on their nails for royals, and later on wore black and red. And the lower class at this time were forbidden to wear anything on their nails that would make them appear in a different class and other than what they were. And they would actually be jailed for this if they were caught with polish on their nails or any type of stain. And some of the stains that they used on their nails to do so would be gum, arabic, and beeswax, along with egg. And this was around 3000 BCE. In Europe, churches viewed women as sinful that tried to color or use makeup on their faces. So during this time, they actually would wear the lighter colors because they still liked the idea of the whole fad of makeup. And into the 20th century was when makeup finally became fashionable. 1920 was the first movie in Hollywood that they actually had a makeup set for the production of Flapper. At this time, women wore the dark eyes and the gold-colored skin tones on their skin, and this is when Coco Chanel actually came out with her first cosmetic line. In addition to the 20th century, brings us to 1970, when the first shades for African American women were introduced. And even though they were introduced at that time, those shades have never really done justice for their skin. They've always appeared orange or some other color. So just last year, CoverGirl actually produced a whole makeup line that was made specifically for African American skin that actually matches their skin. For example, some of the makeups that were not always available became more available in the 20th century, and also makeup can be found in many different stores, and it's readily available to you, where it always hasn't been before. Over the years, makeup has a long history and has come a long way. People wearing makeup for many different reasons, in addition to some of the things that they used for makeup has not always been healthy for your skin. So with this, because makeup is so popular now in the 20th century, people actually get paid for applying makeup. Makeup artists can make anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000 a year, and some of them that apply makeup for the more famous people and for movie sets actually can make more than $100,000 a year. And makeup nowadays is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Nowadays, makeup is so important to some people that they cannot even leave their house without applying it. If not a full set, then they're applying at least a half a set to make themselves appear more attractive to anyone, or even for themselves to make themselves feel good. So I just wanted to give you guys some information about makeup, where makeups come from, and how it's been applied and used in different parts and in different cultures. Thank you.